This is your future Houston chiropractor, Tristan Wendt, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. And this is
Your Houston Chiropractor Dr. Greg Johnson.
And this is
Dr. Josh Ricker from Prior Lake, Minnesota.
Dr. Josh is all the way down here for the 3-day training with Dr. Johnson himself. He's learning how to do the Johnson biophysics technique and the ring dinger along with Dr. Sanchez. Dr. Ricker, why don't you tell the audience out there a little bit about your practice and where you're coming from?
Yeah, you bet. I might just start with my experience yesterday. We had a tremendous day of training, and I was able to get worked up by both of these guys. And so just wanted to point out a couple of things. Their process and screening of patients was rigorous and help rule out any risk factors, and it's important to make sure that the patients are well qualified to receive this sort of treatment. So I was really impressed with that. Medical histories were thorough, the exams were very detailed, and like I said, I got to experience this firsthand, and I feel great today. Like I was expecting maybe a little residual soreness, but not at all. I feel really good. We talked about yesterday, had a little bit of like paresthesias into the right upper arm. It's a mere fraction of what it was, so I'm optimistic about, any future care. Just want to point out maybe a couple things about the equipment. Like this Hill Labs, it's very, specifically designed for this type of treatment. And Hill Labs manufactures, probably one of the biggest manufacturers of medical and chiropractic equipment. So that speaks volumes about, their trust as far as, effectiveness and safety.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And how would you compare Dr. Johnson's visit and his ring dinger versus mine yesterday too? Because I know you talked about a little bit the reproducibility of this technique.
Super reproducible. There was I couldn't really tell a difference.
Right.
If I would have closed my eyes, and I wouldn't have been able to tell who was.
That's exactly
doing
what I tell patients too. So if you keep your eyes closed long enough, you're going to think it's Dr. Johnson working on you. So.
And that should give you as patients comfort in knowing that this technique is in fact reproducible. I mean, I'm the guy that started it all, and I've been doing it for 41 years, so I've got a little more experience with it. But I have taught Tristan, especially since he's down here for his Palmer preceptorship and can now adjust patients here. He's doing everything, and I do mean the entire Johnson biophysics technique on people, which includes the ring dinger.
And the histories and exams.
Exams, everything. Even the established patient before and after orthopedic tests.
Absolutely.
Leg chip link test, Nautilus, orthopedic neurological before and after, posture before and after. So we're not just doing subjective work, we're also proving that the adjustments we deliver creates a objective orthopedic change in the patient's condition and biomechanics as well.
Absolutely.
Really, really good. Yeah, yesterday was an awesome day.
Thanks.
I've been following Dr. Johnson for a really long time, and you hear of people coming from out of state and driving hours to get here, and now I can see why, and his process, and the equipment, that's the key to safe and effective care.
Right. And you're not hearing those things just from us, you're hearing those from the patients that are
You
coming
heard
into this office.
life-changing stories from our established patients.
100%. And so I witnessed cases yesterday where these people were scheduled for surgery, and after receiving the care, they canceled their procedures, which, that's amazing. People were coming from hours away, out of state. Like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
How many chiropractors did they pass? And that's not a knock on other chiropractors whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But this is different, and if you're a chiropractor that is at all considering, coming down here and training with Dr. Johnson, or, just expanding your knowledge and what he's doing, it's incredible. And some might dismiss it, some might seem, like it's reckless or whatever,
or it's gimmicky.
Really well researched, I just can't say enough good things, and I'm not getting paid to say that.
Yeah, and we covered a lot too with both you and Dr. Sanchez yesterday about the research that's going on with chiropractic and subluxation and adjusting and neuroplasticity, how we are interlacing everything that we do with the published scientific research too.
Shout out to Heidi Horvick.
Yeah, we follow Dr. Heidi Horvick and the Australian Spinal Research Foundation diligently, come and read all their newest stuff all the time, And really the whole basis for this technique is based on the scientific research that they're publishing down under. So thank you down under. Heidi would give you a big shout out.
Absolutely.
Heidi Horvik, you spell her last name Haavik, but it's pronounced Horvik. And hi Heidi, we can't wait to get you over to Houston, get your ring dinger.
Right.
Now, there hasn't been any specific scientific studies done on what's happening with the neurophysiology with the actual ring dinger adjustment yet, but we're working on getting all that in play.
Absolutely.
But all the work that we are doing in all the adjustments that we provide is right in line with the research that's published.
And the first step of
currently.
that scientific process is observation. You've
Yep.
been doing that for 41 years
I've
with
been
your clinical
observing and working.
experience.
Yeah.
So now we're moving into that next step of the actual clinical trials of this adjustment and what's actually going on during that adjustment.
Now, to show you that this is reproducible, Tristan's going to be adjusting
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Rickert
Let me
today,
take one step
this
forward.
morning, and then I'm going to be adjusting him this afternoon.
Yep. Have you flex that head forwards and backwards for me? Back to neutral.
I'm going to
Stop
tag
neutral
team
for
you.
me. Good. That's where that head's at now. You little translated off to the left here. You might have slept on your side last night, huh?
I did.
All right, well, let's straighten you up then, okay?
The hardest habit
Your
to
mom,
change.
your mom used to do it when you were a kid, and now it's my turn.
I was thinking about Dr. Johnson all night.
Yeah, I've been the source of a lot of people's insomnia.
And like Dr. Rickert said, this table is specific for this adjustment.
Yes.
People are trying to wrap towels around people's necks and just yank on flat benches or maybe even up on an incline bench or something like that. I'm telling you, it is not the same
Or that
as
Y
having,
strap thing.
as having these stabilization points in this table to relax the lumbar lordosis. Yep, see you already know. Scoot down underneath that pin a little bit. Good.
Yeah.
Squeeze on you. Put your hands on your belly right there. Oh yeah. Caught you between bucks on that one.
It's great when you know you're going to get a home run every time.
Did you feel that one all the way down?
Love it.
I know you did. I just like to ask. Have you tilt right for me? Perfect. Tilt left. There we go. Beautiful. You're all cooperative this morning too. You and Dr. Sanchez both.
I wanted to say one thing about when people decide that they want to get the ring dinger, make sure you're going to a trained
Absolutely.
team ring dinger doctor to receive these adjustments because they have been properly screened. We check with their state boards. They have to get their temporary license through the Texas Board of Chiropractic Examiners. We don't cut any corners on the quality of their education here. And for somebody just to wrap a towel around your neck and start yanking on your neck, I do not advise that because we've heard of cases. In fact, I've been asked to consult with a case out of another state because a guy wrapped a towel around there and they equated it to a ring dinger. It's not a ring dinger unless you're using this table and you've been trained by me or Tristan.
Because if they're a
to do this
licensed team
technique.
ring dinger doc, they've given Dr. Johnson a ring dinger and gotten the seal of approval from him.
I don't certify every doctor that comes here, and these guys are probably going to be some of the last docs that we're even doing the 3-day training with because quite honestly, 3 days is a crash course in this when I've been training Tristan
Right.
for 7 years.
Absolutely.
You know, and he's
I'm
gotten
blessed to have that opportunity.
his most significant training since he's down here for his Palmer preceptorship, and he can actually adjust
And utilize this table.
and utilize all the equipment to do
Sure.
these things. Yep. Okay, I'll shut up. That's hard for me
We're
to
just
do that.
passionate
Oh
about
my
what we
gosh.
do. You injured this right ankle before, Dr. Rickert? I feel that restriction right there, trying to go into eversion. Go short on me. Does that tighten up at all?
Marginal.
Don't worry, I feel it. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you feel this table pop out from underneath you. And again, these docs are getting trained in all aspects of the Johnson biophysics technique, not just the ring dinger. So we've been going over all the drop work, all the P-day cervical work, everything. Patient education.
Manage.
Good. One more here. Breathe and relax. Good. Evened up now. And they stay even. That feel easier this time, Dr. Riker?
A lot better.
See, that's the pre and post orthopedic test that we're talking about. You can objectively tell that you have corrected the solar plexus.
Yep. Good. You feel your head popping up next on this one? I think you made a comment about this P to A work too yesterday. How much smoother it felt than what it looks like on the video.
Oh, for sure.
Good. Face up for me now.
It's a whole different thing when you do it in person, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Rather than just watching it on YouTube. You can't learn to be a team ring dinger doctor by watching our YouTube videos. It's impossible.
I feel that's a up and back motion as opposed just to A to P. Have you scoot down just a touch for me? Perfect. From that workout this morning, put on some extra muscle, huh? Good. Relax those hands right there for me.
Be over there showing off at the pool over at the Hyatt after he gets his treatment here with his best posture, increased muscle size.
You'd be standing up a little taller too, huh?
Oh, nice.
Sit you up and face me now.
You do that knee chest adjustment like you did me yesterday so you can really stand up like a rock.
I'll let you tell that joke.
I know me saying that on
No. See, we like to have fun, even in the seminars, because that is another part of what this office offers. Is you
And
feel
the
like a
patient
family when you come in
experience.
here.
Yep. Sometimes we say something around doctors that we don't say around patients.
Will you look up for me? Yep. I know you felt that one. Yeah. Yep. See if we can't go 10 for 10, huh? Nice. 5 for 5 on that side. Again, I'm a sports guy, so I'm always going after statistics.
Yeah.
Look up for me. Yep. Come on. Nice. 10 for 10.
Nice.
You're still in Houston, so let's shoot you though. All right. You got posture now. Got that head back over those shoulders. Good. You can stay flexed forward there for just a second for me. And this gun's a little deeper in person too, huh, Dr. Rickard?
Oh, yeah. Feels good.
And again, this is just bouncing those muscle spindles, getting those paraspinals to relax. It shows that exercise that we showed you yesterday. Up and back, head straight back. And look at the wall behind you. You've been doing your homework too.
Yes.
You and Dr. Sanchez both.
Yep.
Great students here. Flex that head
Well, and that's an
forward,
important
forward,
part of patient care is the patient's doing their homework.
Should feel even smoother this time.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, Dr. Riker. So now honest feedback here. Compared to Dr. Johnson, would you say that again today, your visit with Dr. Johnson versus mine is almost exactly alike?
Very reproducible.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yep.
I appreciate you letting me work on you this morning.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Johnson, closing statements here for the YouTube crack addicts.
Just make sure that you support these team ring dinger docs by going to their websites and scheduling an appointment with them because they know what they're doing.
Yep.
And that's important. For our main responsibility to patients is to deliver safe yet effective chiropractic adjustments. And I could say unequivocally that all these things that we're doing here are safe and very effective.
Absolutely.
Would you agree with that?
For sure.
You want to shout out your clinic one more time
Yeah.
so the YouTube
Yeah.
crack addicts can look it up?
Yeah, you bet. Dr. Josh Rickert, located in Prior Lake, Minnesota, kind of the southwest suburbs of the Twin Cities there. So
Awesome.
got 2 thumbs up for these guys.
Yeah.
We
Great-
appreciate you.
Great
We got
experience.
one more day of training yet. We got a full day yet today also, so you'll be
And then
watching
tomorrow's the
these.
final exam.
These two will get adjusted again with Dr.
We're
Johnson later
preparing
this
for it
afternoon.
today though.
So look out for that update video. This is your future Houston chiropractor,
Welcome
Tristan
to Team
Wendt,
Ring Dinger.
coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas with,
Your Houston Chiropractor Dr. Greg Johnson.
and
Dr. Josh Ricker, Prior Lake, Minnesota.
we'll see y'all soon.
See y'all soon.